Hi guys, welcome to a new video. We're going to be doing another mini deep dive on a K-pop group that I think a lot of people are familiar with, but upon hearing their name, you wouldn't really remember. I would like to consider them as a Nugu group, which is basically like you know their songs, but you do not know their name or their faces. But let's get the video started. I also did my makeup today. Is it nice? And I put on an outfit. And look at my hair. I changed it. It's coming down, but I wanted to stunt the purple hair for y'all because I know how much you like the colors in my hair. One person commented it. To that one person, thank you. I love you. But anyway, let's get into the background information. So, who is Pristin? Pristin is a K-pop girl group that consists of 10 members. And the name of the members are Nayoung, Roa, Yuha, Enwoo, Rena, Kyukyug, Yehana, Songyeon, Shion, and Kayla. They debuted under Pledis Entertainment March 21st, 2017 and disbanded May 24th, 2019. So they had roughly about a 2-year run, but we're going to get into everything from literally the beginning to the end. And when I say this is a mini deep dive, it's because it was a year of a lot and then like years of nothing. It was just weird, but I digress. Let me start off by saying you might recognize some of the names that I had mentioned because some of their members were actually in the temporary Mnet survival girl group IOI. These girls came from Produce 101, which was, again, like I said, a survival show which consisted of girls. I think if I remember, it was 101 girls in total, and only 10 of the girls would make it into the group that we know now to this day as IOI. Very successful, very popular. If you made it into IOI and you left once like they did their disbandment, because again it was a temporary girl group, they weren't going to be around forever, you were kind of guaranteed success wherever you went, right? But anyway, originally they did have a 7 girls actually go on the show to audition, and the only ones that managed to make it into the final lineup were Nayoung and Kyukyug. With those two having debuted in IOI, the remaining girls that didn't make it formed this kind of small girl group that was called Pledis Girls. So they didn't have their official name, they were just called Pledis Girls. But once IOI disbanded, they were then added to the group. And with the backing of the popular IOI members, Pledis Girls became pretty popular in and of themselves. But you have to know, this was like pre-debut. This was not their actual official debut, but Mnet would already release videos of them dancing and all that stuff. They already had a couple of songs out, and they were even able to host a number of concerts from like May 14 to September 10, 2016. And it wasn't like concerts like, oh, they have music out, but you know how like pre-debut stuff works. They introduce you to the girls and they want to show you who they are, who their character are, and all that stuff. And January 6, 2017, they held their last concert as Pledis Girls and then officially announced their rename as Pristin, which introduced us to their official debut. Now, let's get into Pristin. Now, as you can see, not a lot of background information. Very quick, very short. That's why I said this was like a mini deep dive into them, because it's really not a lot of information because it was just weird with Pristin. But anyway, let us get into their actual debut. They dropped their debut teasers for their official music video, and the name of the song was We Will. I know the dance to this day to my heart, bro. Y'all don't understand, because I used to be a big 17 stan. I used to love them down. They were actually my, why'd I do that? Why'd I do that? Anyway, they were literally my introduction to K-pop 17, because I remember when I was little, Mnet used to come on antenna. If you didn't have no cable, you had antenna, and Mnet used to come on antenna, and I saw 17 perform for the first time, and I was like, ooh, was that? But anyway, once I heard that, oh my god, it's a 17 sister group, I was like, okay, I have to learn about them. I have to know everything about them. But anyway, they released their teaser for their song Wheel Wheel, and on March 21st, 2017 was when they finally dropped the music video. Very successful, very popular. I put the track right now. I put the I'm gonna do that every time I say, you know, every time I say, you're just gonna hear it because you'll know what I'm talking about. But it was very successful when they released it. It was so successful that they even managed to be the top rookie groups to go to KCON Japan. That's how successful it was. And they had also released a dance practice on May 14, 2017 for their other song, Black Widow. Not as popular, but and the vibes were slightly different from it. The Black Widow song was very much more like, oh, sexy, sultry, like we're bad girls and you can't touch us and shit. While Wheel Wheel was like this weird, cutesy concept. They released their second music video teaser for their second EP, We Like, or their EP, the title track for their second EP, which was called We Like. Now, not a lot of time in the timeline because you have May 14th and then literally August 3rd. That's like a 3-month span, 3 months, like 2-month span of like 2 videos dropping back to back. Little weird, but again, they had a lot of momentum, so I kind of understand why Pledis might have been like, okay, let's see how much we could throw at them their first year. Let's see how much we can, you know, release. But anyway, they released their song We Like officially on August 23rd, 2017. And again, it was successful. I will say the caveat though, it wasn't as successful as Wheel Wheel, but it still had numbers, especially considering the fact that they were a rookie group. This was their first year of debut. And again, they stuck with the odd, weird, but cutesy vibe. Over the years, they would have expanded on doing different things, going on variety shows and doing group activities just to promote the group and the song. However, on October 12th, 2017, on their fan cafe, Kayla would go on hiatus. They would state that it was because a doctor back home, because Kayla's from the US. Well, no, she's from the US, and her doctor had suggested that she should not proceed with any more promoting because she had an injury or it was a health-related problem. But she was on hiatus after that. But overall, they had a good run in 2017, like I said, and even at the Mama Award, they won the Best New Female Artist. So it wasn't like nobody wasn't looking out for them. A lot of people were looking out for them. They were doing really well. But again, and this is why I call it a mini deep dive. Welcome to the next era. Their final days. A substantial amount of time had passed since their 2017 EPs. Many fans were wondering and speculating, what's the group's next move? It's been a hot minute. It's been almost like half a year. Where is Pristin? Then around early May of 2018, they started releasing member teasers for their new subunit group, Pristin V. The members included Nayoung, Roa, Enwoo, Rina, and Kyukyuk. May 28, 2018 is when they finally came out with their song for their subunit, Get It. I cannot stress enough to you, this song went viral. This song was popular. Again, it was another successful song. But after that, nothing. Crickets. It's like just mute. No activity from the group again for a really long time after that. Then on May 24th, 2019, out of the blue, I'm telling you, no one really expected this, but like I think speculations was happening because it's like it's just been a really long time. But it's not unheard of in K-pop for groups to like have copious amount of time sometimes in between their comebacks. So I don't think anyone was really expecting for the news to come out. But on May 24th, 2019, it was announced that they had disbanded. The official statement was that the members and Pledis Entertainment came to an understanding to go their separate ways. Bullshit. bullshit, but I believe it's bullshit. I believe, let me clarify. I believe it's bullshit, but basically they disbanded, and it was actually quite a shock to a lot of people, because it's like, you have this rookie K-pop group, this rookie girl K-pop group that won Best New Female Artist at Mama Awards, and again, they're a rookie K-pop group. They had a really good first year, and it was just like Pledis just dropped them. It was weird. It was really, like, on some real stuff, it was really weird. I have a theory. My theory is that Pledis was expecting them to reach a certain height, a certain amount of numbers that they just did not reach, and when they did not reach it, Pledis said, oh yeah girl, we gonna drop you. You're not worth our time, you know? You're not bringing us the money. We need to focus on the money makers. So I really think they just dropped them. They just stopped caring about them. That's why we didn't hear nothing from the group. Where are the members now? Now, a lot of them, a fair amount of them have kind of not been on the internet as much. A nice amount of them actually tried to, you know, continue in the idol industry. Some went into acting and all that stuff, but there's also a fair amount of them that just aren't doing this anymore. They went on to live normal lives. But let me go by each member and tell you what they are doing now, and if you want to support them, support them. So first we have Nayoung. So she signed on to a new agency and is now focused on being more so an actress. She's already been in a couple films already. I'm gonna post a couple of them here and there, and her acting is pretty good. It's not bad, but I could see her pursuing this. A big time actor, I don't know if she wants to be a big time actor, but I could see her being in a big time role. Second member is Roa. She has now signed on to a new company and also joined a new group called Hinapina, from like literally right after after their disbandment from Pristin. She joined this new group from 2019 to 2020, but sadly that group disbanded too in an even shorter amount of time than her being in Pristin. And she then signed on to a new agency after the disbandment to focus on acting. I will tell you now, a lot of the Hinapina members were also, like, I think like all the Hinapina members were from Pristin, and as you know, like I said, they disbanded. But anyway, third member is Yuha. She had left Pledis and surprisingly, like I said, debuted in Hinapina. She is not a soloist, but she has been seen on the internet again. Others are assuming, like, people are assuming that she's might be done with the entertainment world. We don't know what she's up to, and honestly, I'm cool with that. If you want to live your life outside of the internet and the entertainment, big ups to you. Fourth person is Enwoo, also in Hinapina, disbanded. And after disbandment, she joined a new agency and has released a photo book in like 2020. She then left that agency and joined a new one, and she's now focused on being a DJ. But she looks like she's enjoying it. Fifth person is Rena, also a part of Hinapina. She signed on to a new agency after the disbandment, and she's now focused on modeling. Very pretty girl. I can see her modeling for a lot of online stores. Number 6 is Kyukyuk. I actually didn't notice she is Chinese. I didn't notice. But she's very popular in China now. She's got a lot of followers, and she's an actress now. She's been in a couple of films. She's a singer too, and she did have a little bit of trouble nullifying her contract with Pledis Entertainment, but she finally managed to leave the company at around late 2020. So good for her. You know, I don't know what the fuck kind of contract they had her in, but I'm happy that she left and she's found success. Okay. Number 7 is Yehana, and she was stuck in her Pledis contract until 2024. She didn't do nothing. No activities, no music, no nothing. She was just stuck till last year. Do you know how crazy that is? Again, this is why I said when they disbanded and Pledis was like, it was a amicable split. This is why I said call bullshit. How you gonna have my girl stuck in a contract till 2024 and you don't have her actually doing shit in the company? I digress. Anyway, once she left, she joined another agency and she's still active on Instagram. Not like crazy active, but if you go on her Instagram, she's posted a few things here and there for you to know that she's still doing good. Number 8 is Sungyeon. She had a solo debut with a song called Chicken. I like it. It's catchy. It gives very much K-R&B vibes. Like if you like Hazy, that kind of stuff, right? She also released another song October 2024 called For Your Ex song, and she's still singing to this day. For Your Ex song, good song too. Also, she didn't leave Pledis until 2024 either. What the fuck is going on in that company, bro? I digress though. Go follow her, go listen to her. She's got a great voice. Again, this is why I said, this is why the video is titled A Case of Wasted Potential, because a lot of these girls were actually very talented and a lot of them probably would have gone pretty far in the idol industry if Pledis wasn't being Pledis. I digress though. Number 9 is Xion. I learned this while researching. She was under Pledis for 9 years. 9 years. You're under a company as a trainee for 9 years. You finally debut into a group. The group only lasted for 2 years. One of those years, y'all don't actually do straight shit. I don't know how she didn't crash out, but I would have crashed the fuck out. But after the disbandment, she signed on to a new label and she's now focusing on acting. So big ups to her. I hope she's successful. I really hope she's successful. And last person is Kayla. Like I said again, it was okay. I'm gonna say this. Around the time period that Kayla had was announced to be on hiatus, it was kind of speculated that maybe she left because there was a fair amount of comments that would talk about her weight, and let's call it what it is, cyberbullying. They would cyberbully her about her weight, so it was kind of assumed that maybe she really left because she couldn't take the comments that kept making about her weight. But she came on a video like years after to debunk it and be like, no, she really left because, like they stated, she had an injury which caused her to not be able to continue promoting with the group. She was supposed to be on hiatus, so, but again, we know what happened. The group disbanded. But she's back in the US. Her life is chill. She ain't really doing nothing, and big ups to her. One thing I really do appreciate with situations like this where idols don't get what they truly should have gotten is, at least I hope you have peace and comfort not being in the entertainment industry or not being in the spotlight. Like, at least I hope you find something that actually gives you that fulfillment you may have thought being an idol was going to be. But it's because it's cool, it's whatever. So this is the end of the video. Again, mini deep dive. I don't know how many times I've said it, but mini deep dive. But anyway, like I said, ooh, see, I ramble a lot. Let me end it. Okay, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And like I said, you may not know a person and they may not know you, but you matter in their lives. Goodbye, my loves. Mwah.